atena se mi so waka awie enam so ma obepie mo makonkro Ghana mu atwagu na wachirem se kwan Ghana fa so na wo mu edi asem emfumzo bia enim eno nti na chese Ghana ya wo mu yi maami fi so no Ghana man no asem eda abeto dwa no akwaye nsem de japa wo hom na afeso wo mu gina so sai asem amedi asem enkoda court no wo de niam bebiri na de hye wo sika bia Nanka wohia na wode free Ghana man ho saa ensem na ni sika ni na no court no kokot na ase no maami nyaade abo mo eka edema no eno nti deputy attorney general justice sense na wono na chesensem we be post on Facebook page a wo kirem se aho Ghana mranimfo no mko gina ya na mu eka asem no wo bo homode yi papa pesa asem maami ne di asem no kodai ko ase no na emu oden na so mranimfo na omusua ade ehunu yi kwan on befa so gina so no mo defend Ghana no eno na wi ase a Ghana ma yedi nkonim na so maami na nsemu ina no wo ma ato agu asika twitwiri dia nka oji mpodi afri Ghana ma woni na no ekuwa so court ne tena ase no mse dabi Ghana famra kwan so wo mu ammumra bia so nti madam yeyiwa kona kwatena ase na adwuma no obi so entwa so Yefri won fa ye ni nkiremu awo timantem na nkwanta ehwo ne ye kro ni da ne so kopie mu won kwanta busia won yu na anu fiada kwa de beto bi ase ntokwa bi si mankofo bi kra de ekum wo mu na nipa miensa bi nsusu aye tro mu wuram ekokobbo wo mu tu okum wo mu ya ewie ye wo mu kudi ewu na asa so fra busia se mumre na wade hye ne ya bechi wo mu ahwe wo mu wa busia etisi kwa so wo mu ko wi ase etuo sa kasa me mu nwotwe so afa mu kra prapri mu ode a esa beto bi ase nipa mienu kra ewu aka miensa no ma koyi enum asem no koso no abusua ne afa wonte wo ho ase na wode ntokwa ata so no wo mo kire se dabi enya de a we pa okumini pa me so mejai akire dida me so meye kwan bia mefa so a ma ono so na de hye ato no obefa so na yesi aso mienu ya ntokwa ase sabre ti amankwanta ha wo de wani kire mo fa bi wo ha na asondwe ni wo kra no nam so ma IGP era Christian Tete yo hono apam doma prosifo akuku dampa so wo nkwohwe se ne be ye beboa na asomdwe atumi abankwanta ne potem no mamenkwa ahomane so ne William Laporte ni nkomo o wutimantem oto nkrama na efiri wo pa asemi de akwa kusi na prosifo ba town kwa mo fa so aboa ma asomdwe so atumi aba Pauli woteme nka wi mema ahabio
ejeso minia
wini na bibia boko de
nyame adom boko
ye de yankopo ase ye yane ntia sese do be pie mu nkwanta Ghana Pros no dodo na ye de abremo enti amza nkwanta one resident one police officer e won say to say
you vida say ene eyi eno correct be ene nansa in fact we see man no we share artistic we ho enti IGP ni Interior Minister Etinasi Edwemo Cathedral we di ombe here special forces aye police for enti be enenansa na omode omobile na omonanta be almost 120 na omode omo abaye na sisi amika sei omode omo ni count na momo no ba bia nyema no efoso no ehono mo na omo ehwe na afi so no mo kita special machine True, enam wiem mo share area anopa anajo se ebia na nipa boni fo bia hotel baby so kita true no so mo hu krampo na drone no betini allocate ba bi omo wanti eno kwepa se omo the special forces apa nkwanta
okay willy ombedu nkwanta municipal wono sese no obekasa asomdwe ho sem na etese o manfo tumi ye omo de ma senior senefata na afeso anano nipa nwotwe a etuo ka wo ma agba amane ese mienu nso afimu no sena nkaye no wo state na sitie
yo so bank kwanta municipal en kwani the dia ekoso adwuma for ko school for school omo amoko ye adwuma nyo bia the dia ekoso kama na adiba kwa ha ni kefi na omo dia ba sisi no eno kwa na ase ha gbe kakra but ya e san sa ya ne kofa bae
How many cafe about?
Oh, cafe no, na sense na bae no na omo dia ko 8 sa na ko 10. Nti na 10 ye bi so enja ye bompa se ka be ko test no ma yes no kra. E na san sem sa sia o ma sa I review cafe ni sa dia ba 5 say fast I break fast so bi ada. Nti u ba on kwanta ni se pa ye da jan kokko.
Wow, and oh. And 5 p.m. 5 p.m. now also be akọ send them.
They say 5 p.m. they should them. ni touch them na kuko nam abonti a omo edi agro na mo na hye them
enti enra Ghana bo krom da day na nkwanta for mo ntumi ankoye bisa
they say ye hye them na ye dede na ye ji ani o nti about 5 person mo ho ba bi obi anti u ban kwanta municipal lettered by 4 don't stores na akulusu na fina ko ba o hwemu a e ka kefi ni Kenya dia beboa in terms of business ni ejuma forward because when idea is koso enye anajo na omu ye ewia na eno so ensi okunu mu na emu ni si owurem itimi ni su se ka kefi we de ka aba omu hwemae na omu review na omu fan kote na omu ye anugre business se omu ye fence indomini na sifo omu nya dika krakra gugu komubuto mu no san shaki yako sitino usha sana echo city by 4 people so be a free street so what you for te se odu fie eno ene won kwanta municipal asset now na omwa dano etu eka omwa na se oma pra no in fact mi no ma fi mu no mkwa na omwa aka no so na aka ne de nyame adom omugusua omu etia poba omugusua omu hwe ayaresa ti samere nya nchati kaboni dia mpa ne bo se omuntiminya honde na omusankushi.
All right. Well, na enipa ekodi se wo no ko tutuo no besi sa still na no munya wontie sa prosifo ache wo mo anase bibisa.
Yeah, for now no dey eja suspect you can be say suspect yenya nti so ma suspect bi mu dey ana so ma chi bi mu dey but yeti hu so ma chi na so no ye we mu yenya hu so ma chi bi nti afi na omo ye investigation na Ghana police dey. In fact, some mu yeduma omu ni meduma ni gise omu agaza so mpaye se Nyankopon be pa omutuma ama omutu adade na ejidi se special forces o ma baidie nyamitumiti on the show
na sa achode o se hwamu ne chalafo no wo mu nipa wo mantem wo no ever since aprosifo kra baaye no se na wo mu sidi wo mu ejuma mate wo mu nka bi o ma sorry afa na sa ma so twe no ho
the Dana Special Forces by and say bin my or a crew back what you differ crew back with and yambo. So muda mundana, well in Bema se Bema. And you know, beaches there or magic craft. Why we soon comply with the careful idea. Ombetro say to me, your baby. If you are afraid yet, my own said the dear about for Obia Atino City. Sa any day, Uko no ma. Asumbi kwa after so bien so corner from because special forces no by any krumun kono mo omun na bush wo ehwe se den e koso na drew e no eni na ewure mo ntino ye bompa se enkoso sa no mtimi en combat na asumbi embra
se o wa fom kra na tumi hu police ni
oh yes sana ke so mo yende dada na amanyi ni se o wa na asoja fa be tio so na say dia dwebon bi otima wa be sakra by force
say ya hwe economic activity a say na wo kan say ye de wo hye na abeto mo so ho say no nine no num obi a mpe ba bi emfa woni fi nkodai say na economic activities ni city enkwanta mu didwa wo ho ada ekuafo nso so kofom no ba ya ehemfa na sesei wo mo de ko bra ye de sa de we abai
the year papa we are so no about 70% ekuafo na ye season so ni zamre hu so na bayre sai from ni banchia efekeke na atanti mi sorry tem eko before bi mu di moto na dey eko fum answer on be ba no na o ma break to share economic activity na in fact MY tina yesese kasa ban bi tina hu bibia ni mani mu ya nka mu yike fi ni san kote mare na special forces o ma be no o mu timi hwe na sumdwe mbra na mi de mi gidi se krofo ya o ma ba na sai no mi gidi pass o metimi ahwe ama sumdwe aba na ansa na sumdwe so me ba di se ya nkasa so ye gi asumdwe ni tum yankasa so ye gi asumdwe ni tum se ampa se ya me ye sumdwe ye pese santo kwa ni timi kwa se na jade no etu twana se gi tum na special forces so e kai ho a ye gidi se bibia etu beta.
Okay. Uli mami na wase na koso ade a kire se de menim se enche na wokoda because ebre na nya aso awi.
Oh, some the plan to show me metem fufu bia de na pe. Ma dira kwese dem.
Kafra we de ba ni se wa hwe ya na I want now, because so be ada.
Oh, that is.
I any brisem so.
Oh, media. Now, very day. Any vision for
yo. Yo, really, Mamma now was a papa, and I ever saw about Chenya update. I will quantabio.
You never see beyond so many big you now, the magic for it.
I was here, William Laporte, the Indian command, as a silk could be more quanta, one way crowd girl, baby, on to Cosram. Go, I dear son, council of Brucey for Betchel. Nina and the center, almost one more crew was some dream, now, Francis also, Mamma, may so Nana, draw Ben Transfer part to Tinipa, that's the near freedom. And come out to me roomy about a baby up and walk on and then quanta for the Umsinum, a bine so a more moon Zampo, nunum. Now 5 o'clock, dear, when you come saying, and so be sure them, so better, so na, or no, Mamun to do an answer worry. Damage number 1 Gigi, and yes, Pow, a Grobian baby be Mundi, Sans and Tessa Pardia with Sicrum. A Brucey Fushia, YGP Special Task Force, no, one for Encho, need none say, a Kuma, a cook so, Potemon, and no quiet day, as yet to Denny Chala for one no some mass on Dreamer, a war and Quantenamsum, Ma Oshena, and Nay, the Keka, Ghana Pro Service, and our face to security agency, and the Abia Womo Esom. Young concern from Nayin Komo, National Day of Persons with Disability, and not that shade day and offer. Na day at Dakasi, this one, and Nipabia wedded them. Yan so ya dream or more show Mujumedia audio boni from the PW dish, 20 hours, and a tear. Nana and I'm so more memory fee, one shed assembly today. I can't Munse Mibre, Sesebica Frache, Nipabi, Eddie Dema, no so Wanyabwa, no Nyakwa, is there a buying. Our teso and I say, and Penford dream who ye papa, and I may bit me a bois. Now was a tremusem, etimia concano, yet to Nakum Nebian, to me a coso at the mat woman. Na a year a Jumansu or Mamuni as a senior man so, or Memoir, young woman. Now also was a tremusem that day nano, Bibian, I come a rushing with your father and a casa and rather, I want the floor of parliament.
Mr. Speaker, I would want to say that most of the time, we said the persons with disability are not recruited or are not employed. We have 261 districts in this country. If every assembly can employ 2 persons with disability, I believe we are going to get somewhere. And the ministries, departments, and agencies should also do same. At least 1 or 2 persons with disability will reduce the numbers of unemployment. We talk about skills training for them. Most of the time, they learn these skills. And I have testimonies within my constituency that they could open. There's a woman who has been able to, she does powder, she does various things. But when it's time to market these things, there's discrimination, there's stigmatization. And so people do not want to buy from her. These are issues that we need to talk about to ensure that even if they are self-employed, we will patronize whatever they are selling.
The issue of disabilities is a very big problem that actually needs to be delved into more. We are doing our best, and I know very well that even the current president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has made sure that persons with disability in education are being supported to go further. In the district assemblies, we have a quota from the district assemblies to support them. But we need to do more. Because if you observe the situation, many of them are neither in education or even have skills.
Mr. Speaker, whilst we are trying to make schools accessible, we should find ways and means to make it more accessible at the early stage of life. If we include every child from age 1 all the way up, Mr. Speaker, it will allow us to create the culture of appreciating everybody's strength and their weakness. And it becomes part of our daily life. But because we are not used to, sometime at the workplace when somebody have issue with vision, we tend not to appreciate the fact that if that person is weak with vision, they might be strong with some other things. So, Mr. Speaker, I would then encourage the Ministry of Education that we should put more emphasis on inclusion as far as disability is concerned.
Our compatriots have communicated with clarity that what is being given to them, it's like a poultry support. Like a poultry support. And the call for that act to be reviewed is anchored on 3 legs. One, that in terms of employment quota, you're not calling more than a 5% employment quota to be given to our colleagues and our compatriots with this challenge. Metropolitan and district finance officers are not religiously doing full disclosure to the social welfare officers to know how much money that Parliament has approved and how much money that the President is giving to be given to persons with disability. On this note, Mr. Speaker, I want to entreat every member of Parliament in your district to take special interest in that. And I will call the administrator for District Assembly Common Fund. When the money is sent to the district, give an advice to the MP representing them so that the MP will be aware of how much money has been allocated to persons with disability in his district. Mr. Speaker,
as the anti PM or my Imrashibe Fienra da Qua or Faso, a D, one hour did them or Mamu, what I don't know, Omanaka, Kaka, Waki Kebipa, Nasebe Yejma, and only dear Aka, Yankwas and Fu from Mufi and interim was shy, Usudoku na. Penny for HSA, one more day, for Frogua, Quemwa, on the edge to Abuase Beya. District Assembly Benya Sikapa, the Attorney Futum, Dibia Bon, Puntu Hubra, Ewon Potem was also a buying Benya Sika, na what they are pregana yeti, na Enfidia, what do Modia Banom Trim say, a canon and Kibini or Crack of Pimo, our shy was Dukuna, Manua, Nipan, one, what Jessica good butum, Ubewechra, Baba, Unipa Classic, can we did that now, so Nadi and Fidi Naba, yet the computers are binding conforms where the Chira Moha say, bet me at Gigi, Scardo, our district, Munabua, and Puntu, Ewo. Now, as I'm careful, Mwase and a Penia Wano and a Dad District Assembly, no, and also District Chief Executive Godfred Ignatius Dodo, the same way editor.
A bold decision to actually do something very significant, which hasn't happened for decades, and that thing had to do with the desire, the focus, and then the vision to have a very computerized, a very mechanized billing system for our districts. Over the past years, we have inherited a database that is disjointed, that is quite outdated, and that is not coherent as we wish it to be. So, as management, we sat down and thought through what we can do to have an efficient and effective system that can bring the necessary revenue. Based on that, we have decided to buy some gadgets. Of course, we invested into laptops and tablets, and then recruited over 40 revenue collectors, data collectors, to go to the field to collect data so that we can build this particular unique system. We realized that what we used to have does not contain the scientific character that anybody at any point in time can check or can verify. So it is so porous that you enter into it, whatever you want to do, you can do it and get away at any point in time. And we are not able to make the necessary revenue we are supposed to make in order to do the development that we want to do. So we took the decision to quickly invest into this particular system. At least we maximize our gains. We've been able to cover a very wide range of our districts. Of course, you know our district is quite big. It's about 29.5% of the Greater Accra, total answers of Greater Accra. But so far, we've done about 75% of the coverage. We are left with areas such as Masuchare, Volivo, the hinterlands. And these are predominantly our farming communities. So we'll be going there, but for now, we want to concentrate on the mega urban areas and see how best we can maximize our gain. Because serving revenue has a timeline. And if the timeline elapsed and you're sending the bill to the ratepayers, they can decide not to pay or not, and you have to do a lot of enforcement, which is quite expensive. So what is it all about? So it's about we having tablets granted to...
Buddy, Owie no ɔde nsɛm bebre na ɛde to bia ɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ dwumadi a wɔn edi no hɔ no wɔn de ahyɛnsode ahodoɔ ɛna ɛde abata ho ne sɛnti ɛtuo bia ne ho ahyɛnsode a wɔn de gye deɛ yɛ property rate wɔde wɔn de gye deɛ afei so ɛyɛ deɛ keka ho ne nyinaa no wɔkyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ ɛbɛboa na obi ɛmfa kuntu n'ase ɛnkɔgye sika bi mu ne bɔtɔm na afei so wɔn kɔ abɔnten na wɔn ne ɔmanfoɔ di nkɔmɔ a wɔn akyerɛ wɔn na wate wɔn ho ase.
Well, as far as the revenue collection is concerned, the bill itself contains an account number. So, for instance, if we have SYZ being the company, SYZ has a unique account number. That unique account number is in our system. If SYZ is supposed to pay, let's say, 50 Ghana cedis this year, already, if he pays 50 Ghana cedis, the system will record 0 against SYZ. If he pays 20 Ghana cedis, the system will record 20 Ghana cedis, and then an arrears of 30 Ghana cedis. So next year, God willing, if SYZ is going to pay, he's going to pay 30 Ghana cedis as an arrears together with the new bill that he's supposed to pay. This is how unique it is. It is also quite unique such that at any point in time, I know where SYZ is because we have picked the GPS address of SYZ. So just in our office, we can map where SYZ is on our map and say SYZ is here, or it's located here, and easily we'll be able to go there and then deal with SYZ. It is also important to say that on the bill, we have what we call the categories. So SYZ, what category are you? Maybe you are a medium enterprise, or you are a mega business, or you are that instructions tell you exactly what you are supposed to do as a rate payer. For instance, the locations of where you can pay if you want to pay, because our district is quite vast. So you cannot walk from the farthest point to say you are coming to the capital to pay. So it tells you the various pay points within your reach where you can quickly go and pay. It also gives you additional information about the bill and how you should handle the bill, because it's where you would check nicely, or the revenue collector will check nicely and fasten to your receipts, or fasten to whichever record is bringing to the offices, which is very, very important. A yellow is basically for the property rates. Then we have color blue. Color blue is basically for the business operating permits. So all those going to pay business operating permit will see this type of bill, a semblance of it. It's going to be like this with you. And then this is the column where you can fold now.
All right, I will say, I know we so now. I am fancy my old one.